It's November 24th, 2024. I have more proof that Justin isn't a part of my ancestry because you're trying to use the details out of my personal life to make videos on YouTube, right? But my personal life's details, it's not my ancestral records. Like it's not 100% like, the journey ancestrally, right? That's one indication that you're lying. The second indication is because you don't actually know who I am in blood. Like you don't actually know my blood rights. If you want to claim yourself to be me, Justin, what synagogue did you come from? What synagogue out of Germany did you come from, Justin? I want to hear this. What's the name of the rabbi, Justin? Where's your heritage document since you want to claim yourself to be us? Where is it? Isn't like the Bieber last name could be, it's not just like a French or a German last name because that last name was all over the world. So the only way God could connect your last name Bieber is through a DNA blood test. That's the only way you can connect the truth out of your last name. He's lying because my first name is French. My last name is not French. My last name is actually it's actually a French Jewish name. That's my first name. That's another indication that he's lying. You have to show proof out of your ancestry as to who you are, your ancestral rights. You can't just be walking around trying to claim yourself to be this and that without actual facts. And you know what, Justin? Like, I'm actually disgusted by your opinions of someone who you don't know. You know, you're so bad to the point where you even lied on your ancestors. That's how bad of a character you are. It's like him trying to walk around or just go about on YouTube trying to like send out messages to the universe as if like my ancestry used to behave a certain way historically. You put out a lot of error, a lot of lies when it comes to that. Especially trying to target someone for their personal life and then you just want to assume that that's history. You've been lying for a very long time, Justin. You know for a fact you don't have my ancestry. And me myself, I can confirm with God and the Holy Spirit for a fact that you've been bearing false witness when it comes to me and my ancestors. Like even the speech, it's just not in him. Where you came from versus where we came from is not the same text, Justin. Even an ancestry coming to North America, it would end up being a variation, but it's still not the same. Like we're talking about like deep roots when it comes to like language, linguistics, and speech, right? It's just not in him. You simply don't communicate how I communicate or my ancestors' way of communication historically. You just don't communicate that way. I'm not pleased with you trying to flip my phone for YouTube channels, Justin. Bearing false witness with those channels too. These, as I was saying it before, they're like personal attack. You're personally attacking me solely based on the fact that I'm a black Jew. I'm somebody different. I'm not someone for you to explore or anything like that. We're not your discovery. God discovered us. God made us. We've been here. We've been here before you even showed up on the scene, Justin. You see how like crazy some of the millennial kids are? Look how they behave. Before you go running up your mouth on YouTube, make sure you check the facts first. It's like he's trying to tell a story out of his ancestry, as if like this is how his ancestry felt about black Jews back in the day. But Justin, you didn't know us. We're talking about the Sermon on the Mount, Justin. It's a difference between the mounts out of Turkey, MIT, versus the mounts out of Mount Sinai, right? It's two totally different perspectives, Justin. And then you want to be on YouTube trying to present yourself as a black Ashkenazi. He's so stupid to the point where he doesn't even he didn't even come to that realization that my ancestry, when it comes to black Judaism, is actually very broad, and he doesn't know who I am, really. So what, Justin? I could be Sephardic, Ashkenazic, I could be Hellenist, what do you call it? Hellenistic Jew. I could be an Ethiopian Jew. I could be a Turkic Jew, Justin. Oh, I could have been that sect. I could be a Marrano Jew. I can be that sect that came out of the Spanish Inquisition, Justin. You don't know me. You don't. I could be a sect out of the African Jews, Justin. You don't know who I am. You're committing too much fraud in terms of you trying to claim yourself to be a different kind of Jew. It's not even about you uh, being here in North America trying to claim some fake liberal aspect out of Judaism. It's not true to you because look how you behave. You chose to set some fake agenda against me just basically solely based off of the fact that you did spell work trying to find out that I'm a black Jew. I'm a high vibrational black Jew. And you think that's actual fight. It's not a fight. It's complete disrespect. Think about it. Like, when you apply for a job, you have to have a resume, you have to have some experience. They have different requirements for every position. Or if you want to be a part of certain groups, you have to have certain qualifications, right? So you and your little crew over there, if you didn't accept black Jews, then why are you talking about it so hard? You want to say, "Oh, sorry, um, yeah, we don't want like black female Jews to be over there, even though God ordained it. But yet, we're gonna continuously do spell work and sacrifice your life for the sake of us, right? But then you want to lie to the universe and lie to everybody and say that you're better than us, even though you're using me, right, Justin?" He's completely invalidated. That's too much confusion, eh? Well, we did that because we didn't want black Jews to be seen. That's not your argument. Like that thought about you not wanting a black Jew to be seen, black Jews already been seen. Black Jews been there, Justin. Be real with yourself. You're targeting me particularly. I feel like there must be some other aspects out of why they targeted me. I want him to, I want to hear the truth and nothing but the truth. There's different reasons behind it because their black Jews have been seen. Okay, so you didn't want a black female Jew to be seen in your group, right? But I'm already seen because you're using me in that group. And I'm not here, I'm not responsible for any of you people over there in that group, Justin. I'm not responsible for that. I'm not responsible for paying any of your people's bills. Why you shouldn't be using me in the first place? I don't owe you shit. And that's another issue. You making up lies out of opinions without any type of historical facts, trying to lie on black Jews with solely based on the fact of you trying to steal from people like me is not going to work. You need to pay me back my money. He's just mad because by people we built up the castles. Well, because, we don't do what you do. That's why. Right? We're completely opposite to those type of people. Right? The difference between, it's the difference between good and bad. Bad people build up bad towers. Good people can do, God can use them to do good works. God has to fight this battle. Yeah, because it's lies. If it was true, then he'd be like, oh, it was true, but it wasn't true. It's just a bunch of made up lie. He lied on my ancestry. He lied as if like my people are a certain way, as if my people are bad. No, it's actually you. Your people are bad, Justin. Look at Turkey, it's full of war. No offense. Your mentality is war, Justin. And yes, the black Jews, they're all in Germany. We have very strong ties with German people. We have very, very strong roots. We're deeply rooted when it comes to the Germans. We're so deeply rooted to the point where we're actually German people, Justin. We're the black part out of Germany, Justin. The black part that didn't disrespect the Most High. That's why he took us up historically. And the cause of separation historically is because our work is not the same as your work. So it was God himself that ordained for two groups of Jews to be, there was a cause for that separation. We don't do the same work, that's why. My people write the policy books and stuff, Justin. I guess you guys do tech and all that stuff. It's not the same. And you know what? He needs to be real with himself. Like, you didn't come from a lineage of singers or anything like that. That's when you know you're a liar, too. You're jealous of my ancestral worship and you want to take up the cause, but because you're so immature, like in 2024, God can look at you as a form of disrespect. It's not a form, it's nothing honorable what you did in terms of like mocking another person's ancestry. That's a form of dishonor. Oh, okay. That's why he did all this stuff, right? Because he did all this stuff to me because he doesn't respect God. That's the reason why he did that. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. They don't respect the Most High. They don't respect the sacrifice, Jesus on the cross and all his disciples. Christmas is coming up. Come on, we'll tell the whole story. It came down to what you believed or what you don't believe. It come down to your heart, where your heart was geared towards. Well, he's empty inside. We all can see that. All you want to do is play sociopathic victim, victim to you want to play victim to a system that you were never a part of. God took you out of that from the age of 10 years old, and then whatever type of justice that you're looking around for, it has to be facts to your life. You cannot use opinion or somebody else's life story to lie to people. Don't be going around trying to lie to the judicial system based off of an opinion off of someone else's life. It either happened to you or it didn't. Certain justice, it doesn't belong to them because they need to just go away. That's just what it is. But anyway, I'm done with this stuff. Like, I just have to speak these things because I don't respect these people, because I don't go around doing witchcraft on people. I don't go around doing voodoo or sorcery on other people because I respect God, you know? I remember back home, like in Toronto, like if there were people doing that, there were very heavy punishments for those things. Some of the laws against it, you know, in Canada they actually had a witchcraft law. They still have it in the UK, based off of people doing witchcrafts. I remember Canada had to stop a lot of people from doing certain things because they were stopping money from flowing. You know what I mean? Can you imagine you trying to stop like the original person or the progenitor, someone who's meant to like initiate a process? You want to stop that money flow? You're disrespecting God's work, right? But okay, I see the truth now. It takes me existing for him to even think a thought. They're unstable creatures. Justin. Always trying to look around, trying to find somebody else to put to blame their problems on. Oh, um, my mom was off in her corner and she wasn't a part of the system out of Canada, so it's the black people's fault why they were poor back in the day. Does that make sense, Justin? Was your mother on the welfare system? So, you know, there were some people back in the day, they used to say, "Oh, it was Ham's fault." Is your is your lineage? Are you a Hamite? Is that the lineage you came from? So why you come around black people for trying to blame them for something that happened 4,000 years ago, and now they want to play like they're Hamite? It don't make no sense. You cut out these shenanigans. God not playing with you, Justin. God's not playing at all, man. Anyway, my point to prove he needs to prove about like what synagogue did he come from, and prove your ancestry with a blood test. Because the obviously the behaviors just aren't there. Like the a way of life, a certain type of upbringing. He didn't come from that. He didn't come from a Jewish house. Look how you act. You don't know anything. Like we just had, they have Shabbat. They don't participate in any of those things. They dress like bums and stuff. Come on, Justin. Just stay away from me, please. That's what you need to do. Stay away from my life. Once you learn to stay away from my life, then I can stop making these videos exposing yourself, exposing who you are. And the witchcraft is sickening, because I do all these banishing spells and then they want to keep coming back with the stupid rituals. You're fake. You're exposed and you're fake. I remember one time, I don't want to speak too much, but there was a lady back home. She did so much freezer spells, and they put her in jail. She was doing too much of it. We're talking about like really crucial moments, especially out of like the legal system and stuff. And like, why are you doing that? Like, justice needs to be served. Like, the timeline needs to be told. The records need to be kept. Why are you doing that? The record needs to be set for the next generation. Why are you doing that? Anyway, I'm going to my bed. I'm truly going to my bed. I don't respect people like them. It's like, okay, so I'm 10 years older than him, and because I'm an actual divine person out of the system, he feels like I owe him something out of the generation. But the connection was never attained, Justin. I've never met you. That 10-year aspect of you trying to assume yourself to be connected to me, I never knew you. You're bearing false witness. When was the day or time I met you in person out of Canada? Never. I never met you. I never knew you. Oh, okay, so it's like because he dibble and dabble in so much witchcraft, I guess he ended up finding out that I held certain positions, certain high positions. Oh, okay, so you just assumed that I should have been entering into a certain occupation to serve the likes of you out of an era, Justin. Well, you see why that doesn't work. You see when you do those things, trying to set yourself up against God's people, doing that type of witchcraft and magic. Do you see for a fact how certain roles can't be fulfilled? You can't just assume yourself to be oh well, she was working over there, but I did witchcraft on her, and because she's um administrative, she was supposed to be working in administration, so you're supposed to take that job and then serve me back in 2001 or something. No, because I have my freedom in Christ, number one. Number two, I don't know you, so you had no right to be trying to search through my life and try and figure out who I was in spirit. And then you're not to go around and create fake arguments out of someone you don't know using witchcraft attempts, Justin. That's a lie. You don't go do witchcraft on someone and then go point fingers to someone saying she didn't work for me out of her occupation that I found out through the devil. Are you stupid? You see how crazy do you see how crazy these people think? Can you imagine, let's say if you're working in an office and you were serving a few people and then somebody else heard about you or something, you know, and they come into your office and then they want you to serve them. Nothing like that happened. I make it very clear. I don't know you. I never knew you. You trying to sit around there trying to assume yourself as having a special relationship with God, Justin. It was witchcraft. You manipulated something. And you want to sit around here and play around with God's Holy Spirit. You must be out of your goddamn mind. Whatever choices that I made in my own personal life, you It had nothing to do with you. And you're not to assume yourself to be a part out of any aspect of my life, Justin. You are a complete stranger. Oh, because, oh, well, I did witchcraft and I found out she had a high position and I want to attach myself to her. That's where you messed up. It was that thought that goes to hell. That didn't come from God. That thought that you made, it clearly indicates that you are a parasite. And then you want to assume as if you came from an ancestry. You don't even actually know the real ancestry I came from. You don't know. Which roles, Justin? I want to know what are the roles out of Germany? I want to see your records and your ancestor records. What's the timeline? Anyway, I'm going to sleep. Don't respect him because I had enough of this crap, you know. That's why I post this stuff online. Like, people need to understand. Like, go read a book, Justin. Go learn about your own ancestors' history. And as a matter of fact, all forms of history it needs to be in the form of respect, appreciation. Don't assume yourself to be a certain way. Where are the facts? All because you want to be attached to a black Jew. You want to lie on God as if you're reflecting. You're not reflecting. It's pure hatred. And God Himself is done with your hatred. You need to be muted. That's the next step, Justin.